I am an easily frightened person. There are many things in this world that scare me. This world that I don't understand much at all. But none of those fears is as acute and debilitating as the fear of growing up. How pathetic, you long for growth and yet you don't want to grow up. It's like someone who is afraid of water is wishing to swim without a life jacket all the way across to the other shore. Your fear is too vague, and that may or may not be the reason why you fear it so much. It can't be that you fear growing up. There must be something deeper, more nuanced. What is it? Can you describe it? Can you put a name on it? Is it growing up or growing old that you fear? Well, when you put it that way, I guess it would be the later one that fills me with dread. What is there to fear about getting old? What is there to fear about life putting its mark on you? I don't know. I don't know why I am afraid. I just know that I am afraid. Maybe it's the fact that it's not just me that is getting old, that all the people around me are also getting old, that they will one day stop getting old because they will be dead. Maybe it's the fact that things change, that I will one day stop being like I am right now, that people whom I am friends with right now will one day just stop being my friends, that life will stop being kind to me like it has been so far. Maybe it's the fact that our responsibilities grow as we inch closer and closer towards being an adult, that I will have less freedom and more responsibilities as I grow older. Whatever the cause of my fear is, it's been pretty hard to pinpoint. Okay, let's approach this another way. What precisely do you not want to be? Because fear is just a signal that you don't want something to be a certain way, isn't it? So, what precisely do you not want your grown up life to be? Well, I don't want it to be miserable. I don't want it to be isolated. I don't want it to be useless. I don't want to be miserable when I grow up. And we both know how ridiculous this wish is. What is life if it doesn't mix both happiness and misery in its cocktail glass in more or less the same ratio? I don't want to be isolated when I grow up. Well, this one seems a little more controllable. Anyway, what's with this belief that everyone will stop being there for you one day? Have you ever thought about being okay with just your own company? I don't want to be useless when I grow up. I guess this last one terrifies me way more than the previous two combined. This last one is also practical, isn't it? As long as you are useful, there will always be people around you who will either exploit that usefulness, depend upon it, or benefit from it. No one casts aside a man who is useful. You said earlier that you are afraid to grow up because things have a way of changing. Because this isn't the way it is always going to be. Implicit in this fear is the presumptuous and erroneous assumption that you own all these things: relationships, friendships, your walk, your youth. If there's anything I have learned from going to the few funerals I have been to, it is that you don't own anything. So isn't this a bit unreasonable that you are afraid of losing what you don't essentially own? Anyway, you also said that you are afraid of growing up, only to end up being nothing other than a useless waste of space and oxygen. Being a kid and useless is forgivable, while being of age and useless is not. Moreover, it is frowned upon by every man and their dog. Then I guess what I fear in specific terms is growing old without growing up. The prospect that I would be 30 years old and still be struggling with social anxiety fills me with fear. The kind of fear that freezes you up and leaves you defenseless. I am terrified of the prospect that as the calendar flips forward, the only thing that is getting added up would be my age and not my skills. You see, you don't fear growing up. It is the prospect, the possibility of growing up a certain way that terrifies you. Now you have put a name on it. It's no longer in the unknown, it's no longer in the shadows. You now know what you fear precisely. You just need to put every ounce of your effort into preventing that fear from coming true. Despite what everyone else says, you don't need to face all of your fears. Some fears are better left unconfronted. Sometimes the best way to face your fears is by avoiding them. After all, which is the true definition of confronting your fears? Throwing yourself headfirst at them so that you can prove you are tougher than your fears, or knowing where they are buried and smartly giving those landmines a wide berth. Grow up, kiddo, because if you don't do it of your own accord, life will teach you to. And life is a mean teacher.